wanted this to be the scariest depiction of Dracula ever.
There's something potent about that mythology. Everyone knows fear, and I think Dracula represents that.
This chapter of Bram Stoker's Dracula hasn't been told. What actually happened on the ship that transported Dracula from the port of Varna to England is by itself just fascinating.
Dracula is trying to find more people, more blood, a better place to feed.
This looks like a bite.
What better place than the huge city of London?
Search the ship everywhere.
It's monster time when the lights go out.
I really loved this alien-style story set on the ocean in 1897 and with Dracula instead of the alien monster. It was just all the elements were really exciting.
He is here.
There's no way off this ship, and that evil is lurking right there.
We get to experience this extreme emotion of fear, but safely.
May God have mercy on us all.
He's the perfect monster.
You look at the images, and it's just magic, man. It's magic.
His name is Dracula, and I want to kill the cursed thing. The Demeter, out at sea with no land in sight.
This story takes place on this merchant ship, the Demeter.
We started our voyage doing the interiors of the ship in Berlin. It's a fantastic studio.
We had one set, it was on rockers that went back and forth. Everyone's kind of getting seasick, but we're on the set.
And then we had to shift this huge company of people to the island of Malta.
It's the biggest ship that's ever been built in Malta. It's 180 feet long. Yeah, it's a huge achievement.
And we have this infinity tank that looks out into the Mediterranean. And so they built the exterior of the ship in this tank.
We want to give the cast the best performance opportunity they can, you know? And so to build it where you can see the water will, you know, help inform the performances and give you a much better movie.
He's coming!
It's got a massive barge just full of air tanks, which when we fill them with water and air at the same time, make the ship listrum from the port to starboard.
Evil is on board. Powerful evil.
I wanted the ship to feel dirty and real. It was built with old material to make sure that it felt grounded.
Had all the ropes made, all the pulleys made, so it really is sort of endless detail.
We had this whole set that we could make our playground, and that scale really does help in creating that world.
May God have mercy on us all.
I am Javier Botet, and I'm playing Dracula.
Okay, and action! Javier Botet is an amazing creature performer, one of the best in the world. And move.
He will stop at nothing to bring anything and everything to his role.
My body is so aesthetic for horror creatures, and because of my flexibility, I can do a very weird movements.
We call him Dracula.
Since we had Javier playing him, we should play to his strengths. So we've covered him, but we haven't really changed that much of him. We're still using him as a basis.
The cheeks, the nose, lips, it was like 5 hours.
The devil is real.
It's very important to have an actor of his quality because the other actors can then relate to him.
I kind of avoided seeing Dracula, and I really genuinely got a fright.
The way he moves, it was so frightening.
Search the ship everywhere.
It was hard, so when I see a frame with the rain and everything in the creature, it's like, okay, everything worth it.
May God have mercy on us all. Oh my God.
I've been obsessed with horror movies since I was a kid. Action! I really loved the screenplay. It was an alien set on the ocean in 1897, but with Dracula. Okay, let's try that. It was just so many terrifying things. You just go deeper and deeper, and this gets worse and worse and worse. That you unpeel layers and layers of something.
I want to be here or here and be lifted back up out of frame.
I really loved all the characters on board. It felt like a real crew, and they're trying to understand what they're facing.
He is here.
I wanted our Dracula to feel different than the rest of the Draculas I've seen. I want him to be more animalistic.
Did you see the size of that bloody thing?
It should be terrifying. It should be a mouth that should scare you. Some scenes need to be loud and powerful, but other scenes, often the most creepy ones, are very, very quiet. It's all about editing, pacing, sound effects, music. We're trying to be one intense horror movie.
Oh my God. Evil is on board.
A horror movie needs its horror set pieces. It's really a lot of fun to devise how to visualize these moments.
He's coming!
How to build the suspense and how to tease the audience, what to show them and what not to show them.
I want to kill the cursed thing.
To create a journey, that's a big part of the joy of making a horror movie. It's an amazing thing.
He is on this ship, which means that we will never leave it.
We're just looking for a great actor to portray Clemens.
You dress like a learned man.
University of Cambridge. I know my way around the boat.
Corey is very engaged. He's thinking all the time. It really felt like he could portray a charismatic character and be a lead.
You realize how hard it is and how in shape these guys must have been. Get knocked over and knocked down, and water's like literally in your boot. The great part is that if you look at the images and it's just magic, man. It's magic.
He's coming!